I have a very vivid memory from 5th grade when my friend Justin came up to me. It was during recess. He said, "Hey, Matthew, are you gonna get the new MW3? I had no clue what he was talking about. For me, MW3, this was just hieroglyphics, gibberish. I look at him, no, I have no clue what you mean. I'm not getting this MW3. He was dumbfounded, went over to our friends. They knew exactly what he was talking about. If this were a loop, I would be right here. I'd be right here outside of the loop. Genius level demonstration aside, I've always been out of the loop. I've been what you would call out of touch. This isn't something that I go around in the streets flaunting, saying, "Hello, look at me, I know jack shit about anything." It's not generally something I would do. And TikTok, no exception. I'm gonna start this out brief with my overall thoughts on TikTok. We're gonna get into the shop and to the items, because you knew it was coming. I feel like it's gonna give you just maybe a better understanding of who I am. You can judge me a little bit better. I don't know. If you're gonna judge me, I want you to have some accurate assessment. For me, I've always had a little bit of an issue with TikTok. I've always seen the darker sides of TikTok as a somewhat sore thumb in the app. I'm just gonna keep it brief and say, when you make a new account, there's stuff you gotta weed through. Literally everything. When you open up the app, you get to see the good and the bad and the ugly. In order to get to what you want and what you actually like, you gotta work for it. So I guess you can say after all of that working, I enjoyed the app a little bit more, but like I said, it's a sore thumb. Another side of TikTok that I can't really relate to, how TikTok's affecting high schools, middle schools, all of the young generations of kids that now have this app that can actually give you a metric for your popularity. I don't know, sounds kind of crazy. Sounds like a Black Mirror episode. It was a Black Mirror episode. This isn't as intense. TikTok's not as crazy, but it's still something that I can acknowledge is very real for people that are now in school. For me, I graduated before 2020 when TikTok really blew through the roof and everyone decided that was their new career choice. Kind of like with YouTube. I know, I can't really talk. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I can acknowledge TikTok has become a very big thing that I don't think you can truly hate on, but I don't think you can truly love. There's a lot of good, a lot of bad, and a lot of ugly that, fortunately, as long as you don't look for it, you won't have to deal with it. But every once in a while, you'll hop into a live that you have to make sure it's not a snuff film. Gotta wince your eyes, but okay, no, this isn't real. Editor Matthew. I wanted to add one last point for my thoughts, just a small little tidbit. I've never been a big fan of short form content, so I feel like that's the biggest deterrent for me. I've always liked longer form videos like YouTube, TV shows, movies. TikTok's just always felt brain rotty to me. I felt like I should have this in here. It's a big factor for how I feel. Alrighty, now for the meat and potatoes of this bitch. We're gonna talk about the TikTok shop. Who's on it? Who's shopping? Who's buying? Who's selling? What's happening? I'm here to give that to you. Who's buying? It's not that exciting. It's you and me. The TikTok shop isn't gonna be some black market, crazy taboo app where no one's really going on it, but everyone's secretly on it. It has a pretty good mix of things. For who's selling on there, it's gonna be small businesses, independent creators that wanna, make a living doing something they love, put their skills to use. There's the other side, which a lot of us should have seen coming, but maybe are surprised to actually know it's here. Drop shipping. Yes, the crypto bros are gonna love this because you can do drop shipping on TikTok. Hell yeah. It's funny for me to think about because people have gone on the TikTok shop, seen something that is sold on Amazon for a little bit cheaper, discovered, oh my gosh, this is drop shipping. But there's potential that item on Amazon is also being drop shipped from Alibaba. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny if you think about it. Who's really getting paid here? Who's getting paid the most too? Is it the guy on Amazon or is it the guy on TikTok? Who's getting the bigger cut? Now here's the part that I feel all of us are a little sick of. If you're on TikTok, you've seen a lot of people who promote these products. You've been scrolling through and you'll see not the person who's making the item, but just someone who bought it and said, hey, I like this, you should buy it too. If you go onto these people's profiles, you'll see, wow, they're really good at buying things, and they're really good at telling you to buy them. The nice part about all of these items is you can actually see on the TikTok video if you get commission for the item. Not saying these pages are dedicated to those, but yes. It's kind of the same thing with Amazon influencers. People are just recommending you things. Being that middleman, almost like an interior designer, but they don't enter the home. They just say, hey, look at all the shit I got. I guess more like a magazine. I don't want to be the guy to judge people for committing to the hustle. It's the same thing with TikTok lives. You got to really commit to get your bread. If you commit, you're going to get rewarded for it. The people that are on TikTok live acting like an NPC, it's amazing that people do that for God knows how many hours, but they know they're going to get paid, and they do.
Ice cream so good. Ugh.
It's the same thing with this. People know that if they just keep making videos buying stuff from the TikTok shop, they might even be returning it. That might be a thing. You could just buy it, review it, and then send it back. There's a trend on TikTok. It borrows from the SpongeBob movie. It's a scene where SpongeBob and Patrick are pulling up in the paddy wagon. It's the joke the two guys make about, do you want mustard or ketchup? Slap their knee and everyone's having a good old time. If you go on TikTok, find that audio, you'll see a bunch of kids going to Target, dress up in a mustard and ketchup costume, and get the heck out of there. Did they buy it? No. They're wearing it in the store. I'm not gonna say that's the same thing as licking ice cream and putting it back. I'm just gonna say it's gross. You're just getting your sweat on a costume just so you can make a video. Like TikTok as an app, it's driven people to be wild. It's crazy. People will dedicate their afternoons to get famous. Like, I'm not here to judge you. What am I doing right now? It's the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I tell myself the difference is I'm here to help and entertain. I also put a lot more effort into this. I'm gonna stop tooting my own horn. So when I was doing my research, I was curious, what do other people think? I was looking at videos of the TikTok shop. There's someone who's bought 100 items off TikTok. There are people who tell you how to sell things off TikTok. What I'm more curious in is not how does this affect businesses, but how does this affect the app? And I'll say it's not the greatest. For those of you who've possibly seen it, the Shadow Work Journal, it's something that actually promoted this whole video. It was because I saw so many ads for it.
I don't want to buy a shadow work journal. I don't know what that is, and I don't care, and I don't want to see you advertising it.
I don't want your shadow work journal. Stop showing it to me.
I'm not gonna buy your that shadow work journal. Stop recommending that shit to me.
A journal is not gonna solve your BPD, anxiety, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever the you got. Stop telling people to get that goddamn journal. Leave us alone. I don't give a about that shadow work journal. If I get recommended that shit one more time,
Take my hands.
Never bought it, just kept seeing ad over and over and over. It was when I saw the ad where someone didn't even buy it. They just said, hey, I don't have the book, but you should buy it. And all I got from that was, hey, pay me. With the introduction of the TikTok shop, also TikTok lives, but the TikTok shop I feel like is where it really shines. I watched 60 videos, marked whether or not they were live, a sponsored video, TikTok shop, or just regular TikTok content. I'll be honest, the numbers, kind of disgusting. That's the term I would use because 34 out of 36 videos were actually regular just content. Creator videos meant to make you laugh, make you smile. I have the rest of the numbers on screen here for ads, regular videos. Now, I thought, hey, what if I go into the reviews? Is there gonna be some like crazy little scheme going on in the reviews? Am I gonna be the Shane Dawson of the TikTok shop, find some crazy conspiracy? But it was just a regular review section. It looked like most of the people were satisfied. Some people were not satisfied because it came broken. But go onto Amazon, click on any 1-star review. So like there wasn't really anything big to be discovered there. So I think like the overall public opinion, it's gonna be case by case. For small businesses, if they're making a lot of money, they're gonna like it. But I also have heard from small businesses on TikTok that there's a lot of rules that are changing. Their terms and policies are updating, so you gotta kind of be able to adapt on the fly, and I can't imagine that's fun. For the viewers, you might like it if you're seeing a lot of stuff you wanna buy, but you probably don't like it if everything else is kind of just white noise. You see one item that you don't really have interest in, and then it keeps popping up over and over and over and over. At one time, there was a pickle shirt.
I don't give a
For TikTok as an app, it's now not just a creator app. It's not just somewhere where you can blow up for your creative content. It's now a marketplace. I'm guessing it's making them a lot of money because they are going full swing with it. I feel like at the end of the day, the people who like TikTok the most are gonna be corporations. Yep, halfway through the video, and I gave you the same answer that you got your entire life. Rich getting richer, and you still have no money. This is where we get to the part in the video where the fat man sings. By the fat man, I mean this man. Now, I know not everyone cares about this guy, so we'll get him out of here real quick. Sorry, year-round Santa. He is year-round. I couldn't do a review of the TikTok shop without indulging. You knew this was coming. So strap in, buckle up, and get ready for this review. Hello, welcome to the outro. Thank you so much for watching the video, taking the time to ride with me through this whole adventure through the TikTok shop, what it is. If you notice, we left you on a cliffhanger. There is a second part that is out on the channel right now, so make sure you go watch that. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe if you want to see more content. We're going to start making more videos that are kind of like this, that are more informative. I really enjoyed researching all of this stuff. I feel like it's nice as the audience to be able to watch something and not see someone who's just making baseless claims off of their own reality. Final editor note. Just want to have a little segment where I can dedicate it to the people that helped and also show the videos that very specifically I was looking at to learn about the TikTok shop. Anyways, that is all. There's going to be a lot of updates that are going to be coming to the channel. That's going to be at the end of the next video, but also in a future post, an actual like full update post. So make sure to stay tuned so you guys can see that, see what's going to change. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate you. Gamies and Gamettes, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Go to pieces.